Hello and welcome back to our look at the Legends of Ellaria Early Access with me, Barden. As you can see, we're still on version 0.5.38.7, which is the version that added our home and also put in a lot of other fixes into the game as well. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these guys here and we're going to go get in a fight. Most of them are probably going to get killed, but that's okay because we're making a lot of cash. So what we're going to do is we are going to start heading over, I guess this way. Yeah, because the bandit camp is over this way. I'm going to bring all of our buddies with us. And it's, I've mentioned it before, but the sound of the game is a bit weird at times where when you do get this kind of thing where we're not hearing any sound, it's very strange. Okay. Now I don't want to get our guys killed. Hopefully they don't die if they walk to that, but we can inspect the bandits and get ourselves some cash. So take that, accept that. And something that I mentioned to the developers as well is that first of all, it'd be nice to be able to, so I'm not looting these at the moment, but it would be nice to be able to, collect those and maybe give them either to the blacksmith to be refitted and then transfer over to the barracks, or just directly to the barracks, and then they could be our soldiers could be outfitted with that gear. That'd be really cool. And then the other thing that I mentioned was that it'd be very nice to have a situation where, so at some stage we're gonna be able to customize a character and make him or her. I hope that when they do add in customization that they remember like that not everyone wants to play a male, like whether the player's male or female, they should have the choice. So like some guys like to play female characters, some women like to play male or female characters, and that's just the way it is. Like, people should be given the option. But when we do get the chance to customize a character, then it'd be great if the customizations that we do in terms of how our character looks, if those were available for the developer to harvest. So Larkhorn Studio harvest that information, and then where the hell are these? Where are my guys gone? Where's my army? They're all back here, look. They're all taking the wrong road. What are you doing, guys? They probably got themselves in a fight or something over there. Let's go see what they're doing. Now they're making their way over to us. Did you get in a fight? Yeah, look, they're all in a fight with this guy. What did you do? Oh, that was a bit of a weird glitch there. Okay, don't hit me, thank you. But yeah, what I was going to say is, so everybody's going to customize the character differently. Some people will just won't bother and they'll just be stuck with this guy all the time. But a lot of people who are serious about it will customize the character, maybe spend a lot of time making them look good and things like that, and adjusting things like height and weight and kind of muscle mass and hair color and all of those kind of things, just to make their person look individual. But wouldn't it be great if the developer had access to all of the customizations that we did in terms of the look of our character, and then those could be used to basically make these guys back here, those guys there, and then any enemies that like say human enemies that we come across, to make them look individual, because they're actually using the custom builds that that people have done. So someone spends maybe 15 to 30 minutes, or in some cases maybe an hour, customizing a character exactly the way they want to look, and then that then goes into a pool that the game can use to create new henchmen, new enemies, and then that way then they can all begin to look differently. Over time, the more people you get customizing a character, the greater the pool is, and then the more individuals you get, and it'd be really, really cool, I think. So hopefully that's something that they can do. And I really would like to have the sound back as well. That'd be great, because it's really weird to run around without the sound. But what we're going to do is we're going to go and try and force our way into this camp here with our big army. So I'm trying to find the gates over here. Okay. So far there's no one actually coming out to attack us, which is interesting. So maybe when we did the quest, we drove them all off. No, look, there's one there. So let's get our army in here and start wreaking some havoc, I guess. Okay, now is there anything we can do? So I'm just looking for stuff I can loot from them at the moment. Okay, is that a building we can enter? Again, his movement makes it a bit difficult. So some of the guys seem to be still outside the compound, but the rest are coming slowly but surely. Everybody's making their way. Yeah, we can't go into that building. Okay. So there seems to be guys spawning there. Our guy somehow made his way under there and attacked that guy and seemed to have kicked his ass. Probably got a lot of help though from the archers. Make our way back down. Okay, it's an interesting little camp, and I'd like to for stuff like this, it'd be nice as we kind of expand our town to be able to have walled sections. I think someone else mentioned as well, to be able to have like sections that are walled off, and then like start with a wooden wall, and then later on maybe upgrade it to a stone wall and that kind of thing. And because where our house and the advisors I guess house or office, that kind of looks like an arch from a stone wall without the actual stone wall being attached. Okay, so those guys, did you find someone or are you just stuck? Oh no, they did find someone. Look, there's someone there. Okay, so there wasn't oh, they're still fighting. Good. Oh look, they're actually piling up the dead over here. Cool. So let's inspect the outcasts and get ourselves some money. So maybe looting these guys will pay for replenishing some of our units, but we have to be careful not to get ourselves killed. Oh, they killed one of my back up. Okay, then put down another one. Okay, so the archers are doing nice work over here. Yeah, that's one bug. Probably for me at the moment, the most annoying bug is the one to do with The one to do with the sound, that sometimes the sound goes away. So it'd be nice if we could maybe get that fixed. Wow, look at all of these guys. So that's our archer. We can take his money. I guess we'll give it to his next of kin. And that's another thing as well about the game. I know that we're supposed to be like frontiersmen and that kind of thing, like in a new place. But realistically, if I was going to a completely different world, like not just another planet, like a completely different world, through some kind of crazy portal, I without, because you don't know whether you're going to be able to ever get back. If I had a family, I'd bring my family with me. And it'd be nice to see in the village as well, some more family from people, like, so like some people would bring their kids or their wives or their husbands or stuff like that. Others may bring, say, their parents or their pets, so it'd be nice to have that kind of thing in the village as well. That to make it feel like that these people have something to fight for. That it's not just a case of the only people who are in your village are either soldiers or workers, and then with a few kind of officer types, and that's it. It should really feel like a town. So there should be people there. Like we should have a market. The market should be, it should be like a market square, and then you have like people going around browsing, getting, buying food and other things that they need, like say material for making clothes and anything that they might need. They should basically be should be available for them to buy. And then you have all these people there who are shopping and getting whatever they want, really, and just making it feel like a, it's an actual town. That's kind of something that, again, it's early days yet, but it's the kind of direction that I hope that things do go in, that we get that kind of thing where it's all about, for me, it's really all about caring about what you're doing. So in a lot of games, like, people build stuff, and so if it's a case where, oh yeah, I can build this and I can build that, but after a while I get bored of it. But if you kind of present a situation where it's not just a case of, like, look at all how many guys on my side have been killed in this raid. I don't have a clue, right? Because I don't know, like, I can't tell one from the other. So I'm here, they're all fighting to try and save their lives, and I don't know who's died, who's done well, or anything like that. Whereas if they felt more individual, I care about, oh no, like say little Molly's dad got killed on this raid or something, and now, like, the his wife and that little kid, he's not coming home tonight. So what do they do? And that's kind of, that's how, for me anyway, how you kind of add more layers to the game. You kind of, make people care about their minions, rather than like them just being minions. And I don't mean like as in the funny yellow guys. I mean just guys who basically pawns. No one really cares in chess if they lose their pawn, but well, some people who may be experts at it, but most people, as I say, don't care. So make the guys feel more important. Is basically what I'm saying, and then maybe have some kind of memorial. Oh, look, something over here we can raid. Okay, so let's try and go over here. Probably should have brought all the guys up here. If I had known, we could go raid here. Can we actually get in here though? No, we can't. Okay, so that's blocked off for the moment. But yeah, like again, it's sort of for the future, something that I really hope that happens. That we can make it feel like it's something that people are going to care about. Because at the moment we're a king who seems to just do everything. And then like we just do all the work in terms of our advisors go tell us to do this, do that, and you have to give the player a reason to do it. Like when the game is fun to play, it's a lot of fun to play, and that in itself is a reason to go and do the quests and get your buildings done and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of longevity, when you get to the kind of players who are going to put like hundreds and hundreds of hours into a game like this, you need to give them a reason to say, okay, I'm going to play Legends of Ellaria again today. I'm not going to try the new game that's now in early access instead. Get basically build up a loyalty that way, so that people can do it. And then as well, when you go to the multiplayer side of things, then people are going to people are going to want to be able to share, oh, look what I did in my world, look what I built, or stuff like that. So again, just making things customizable. Oh, and we died. Okay. Well, I do care about me dying, but not so much, because we just pop back home, and I was going to run back home anyway. And but I'm pretty sure. I think the music is maybe back. I think I heard it for a second. Well, certainly the well, no, the music isn't back, but I think the noise of the birds is back, which is good. So we have a little bit of noise. Still a bit eerily quiet though. And yeah, another thing that I wanted to say as well is that if Larkern Studios are going to put things in like say people's families and stuff, so kids and wives and husbands and parents and blah blah blah, then it means we're going to have more female models in the game, and hopefully we can get some more female characters in the game as well. In terms of all on our side and on the enemy side, so that we can make it a bit more diverse, not just have like a ton of guys about the place, like and not have it like be kind of a although it's like a fantasy type thing, that doesn't mean that we have to stick to medieval ways, division of labor, where women do this and men do that. It's a game being made today, and you've got a chance to to do, say, like look at Fort Triumph, where they decided, okay, all of our heroes are going to be women. Instead of like, let's just make a token woman hero. They said, right, no, we'll make every one of the four classes female, and then just go from there. And I think that was excellent, what they did. And in this, hopefully people have the choice to play as a king or a queen, and also that people can that we have more variety. You know, if you look back through history and see, like, you know, people, we're basically settlers. You know, we're not Vikings or raiders who are just coming and pillaging and going back. We're supposed to be a settlement, and for a settlement, you need a community. You can't just have, like, you know, otherwise why don't we just have like one big barracks and everybody sleeps in the barracks? You know, because it shouldn't just be the military. We should have every kind of walk of life here from our culture. So we should have, you know, people like more kind of farmer types. We should have people who maybe make things. So who make bowls, or they make nets, or they make, you know, anything that people might use, that or might want to buy. That there should be someone who's making it. And then you also need, you know, people's families as well to make it feel like a community. You know, you could just, like, at the moment we're walking down here and what we're seeing is, well, one guy doing, what the hell is he doing? Does he think that's a strimmer or something? He's cutting the grass maybe, or a leaf blower. That's what he's doing. It's a leaf blower and he's blowing the leaves away. Oh, well, fair play to you. And then we have the other guy, but you know, those two guys look the same. So, we don't think of them as individuals. And then, now that guy there, I don't know whether it must be the same guy, but I think he glitched over that way. But, you know, it's hard to tell whether it was the same guy or not. And here's the leaf blower action going again. Look at him. God, he's like carrying the wood and doing leaf blowing. Wow. That guy needs a promotion. See, if I was able to tell him apart from all the others, I'd be able to give him a promotion, but I can't. So, sorry, no one gets a promotion. Got a nice little well there as well. A well as well. But you're not going to get much water out of it, unfortunately, because there's no hole. Might want to add in a hole, or at least the appearance of a hole with the wells. So we built some extra houses up this way as well, just to get our community looking a bit better. And obviously we lost all of our army, but not too worried about it because we got a lot of money, which means I can get a new army whenever I want. Oh, look at this guy. Wow. He doesn't need a stool. That is really cool. Fair play to you. Look at that. Amazing. Obviously, early access. There are going to be little glitches and bugs like that. But the main thing about the game is that it's fun to play. And it's getting better all the time. Which is great. And the developer is listening to people. Which again, I think is great. That, you know, they're engaged with the community. The community is also a good community, which, you know, you the players, or you the potential players, you know, it seems to attract good people, which is nice because sometimes you get like a nice developer and then you get a toxic community, and then the community just ruins the game. But at the moment, the people who are in the community seem to, be pretty much all on the same page, where they want to give good feedback to the developer. And when I say good feedback, I don't mean like positive feedback. I mean like, positive or negative feedback, but in a good way, in a way that they're saying, listen, I enjoy playing this game, but I think it could be better. And these are the things that I think you could do better. And that's, it's really good, because we've got that coming from you guys. And then we've also on one side, and then we've also got the developer on the other side who's listening to that and making decisions accordingly. Saying, okay, some developers will say, this is the plan, and that's what we're doing. And they won't listen to the community. They'll just kind of steamroll ahead and go, we know better than you. But at the end of the day, like the people who are going to promote this game and get more people into the community are you guys who are playing now, or you guys who maybe when you've seen this video decide, oh, I want to play that game and give it a go. You're the people who are going to attract new people into this game. You're the ones who will tell your friend and say, oh, I know you like this type of game. I'm playing Legends of Ellaria. It's really cool. Why don't you try it out? And then that way, then, just a snowball effect, bring in new people. And as long as Larkin Studios are open to the community, I think they're going to do very well in that respect, in terms of creating a good rapport with the community. And then, because when you've got that bad rapport there, as I said, there's so many games out there that people can say, oh, why should I play that? Like, the developer doesn't listen to me. The game is getting less fun to play all the time. I'll go play something else. So then on the opposite side, you have the likes of Larkin Studios, who are making the game more fun to play every time. And I think that's excellent. But I think we talked about that enough for now. So what I'm going to do is next time, so I'm going to give it a few days, and then I'm going to play again. So I did the last episode and this episode kind of back to back. So I want to give it a few days to, first of all, have a think about, the new things that are in the game. So I'm going to explore some of the other new stuff in the game. And then if there's anything I think, oh, people would like to see that, I'll include that in the next video. But aside from that, the next video I'm planning to do will be one where I go exploring. So I'm going to pick a direction, probably that way, because a lot of the time we go that way when we have to do missions. I want to head off in that direction and then just go as far as I can and just see what we end up with, and just have a bit of fun that way. But right now, we are at the time for this video. So as always, if you're enjoying the series or the video, please consider hitting the like button. It really does help me out a lot. Like, when you're a small channel, any kind of interaction, positive interaction you can get in terms of likes and comments and shares are absolutely huge. Like, someone who has millions of followers, a like, one extra like will do absolutely, pretty much nothing for them. But for someone like me, one extra like or one extra share or one extra comment is huge in terms of being able to first of all just boost people, the rate that people can find my videos on YouTube. And the second is that it's a great boost for me as well to know that, oh, people like what I'm making. So please consider doing that if you don't mind. And other than that, I really do hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.